Floyd Shivambu speaks out on transition from EFF to MK Party, asserts many knew of his departure. Floyd Shivambu, the former deputy president of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, has made candid remarks about his notable shift in political allegiance to the Umkhonto Party, MKP, asserting that his transition was not as surprising to his previous party's leadership as it may have appeared. During a revealing discussion on Sizwe Mpofu Walsh's podcast SMWX, Shivambu spoke transparently about the internal dynamics of the EFF prior to his departure and the implications for South Africa's evolving political landscape. He divulged that internal consultations within the EFF had taken place well before his decision to leave was made public. According to Shivambu, while the move did surprise some within the party, the majority of the group's leaders were privy to his impending exit. The discussions with his former comrades also touched upon fears of a collective departure, potentially hollowing out the EFF. Shivambu, with strategic foresight, advised against such a united withdrawal, emphasizing the importance of individual decision-making in order to forestall any narrative of a mass exodus orchestrated by his influence. Shivambu's reflections highlighted his careful consideration of the departure's potential effects on the EFF's organizational stability. His stance indicated a principled approach to political migration, one that respects the autonomy of each member's political journey. The former EFF stalwart proudly classified his decision to join the MKP as the most correct, sound, and best decision, framing his new political home as a vehicle for real revolutionary politics and total decolonization. The transition to MKP, which Shivambu describes as an organic formation, mirrors the sentiment of self-direction and voluntary association. His remarks echo the party's philosophy of non-solicitation, with the adage "asibabizi bayazizela," encapsulating the expectation of organic growth through the deliberate choices of members. Floyd Shivambu's move to the MKP adds another dimension to the political realignments impacting the EFF, which faced further shifts when Busisiwe Mkhwebane, a former public protector and EFF member of parliament, also aligned herself with the MKP. These developments are indicative of an undercurrent of change in South African politics, where high-profile MPs are being drawn to the promise of a political haven in the MKP, which is increasingly perceived as a bastion for activist-driven transformation. This recent political current underlines the shifting allegiances and ideologies within South Africa's political arena, further stoked by the influence of former President Jacob Zuma party affiliations. The absorption of prominent figures and former EFF luminaries within the MKP teases at possible future rearrangements within the broader context of the country's opposition politics. Thank you for choosing Satori News.